Hi Ron, and today we'll talk about what Assassin's Creed Shadows will be about and what it is about different aspects of the game, because as always in Assassin's Creed series there are tons of very different, very important aspects, both like, for example, modern day story that started in Assassin's Creed 1 and continues towards the story of Desmond Miles, and after that Layla Hassan, and of course different aspects of gameplay and other aspects of this upcoming game that will launch just in a few days. I've been watching our previous video and we've been discussing and predicting some things that will happen in Assassin's Creed Shadows, especially in modern days lore, and we've been discussing different mechanics that will come into the game, and I decided to remake our video and to add all the actual information for you to understand not only different aspects, what the game will be in general about and what type of the game it will be, but also very important things like, for example, modern days direction of the story. Like, for example, if you missed Assassin's Creed Valhalla, one of the best games in the series and one of the best in general games, with one of the most important lore, modern days lore, because Desmond Miles, if you've missed this in Valhalla again, he returns and story with Layla Hassan continues towards this Desmond Miles arc, and we've also knew some additional information about overall story of Juno, of the seventh methods of salvation. We've learned about new method of salvation and everything else, and in this video we'll talk about all these things summarized and some directions that main storyline are coming about Desmond Miles' return and about Juno's connection to the story and in general Juno's fate in the current story, modern day story of Assassin's Creed Shadows and Assassin's Creed series in general. So here it is, enjoy the video. We also have our special guest, you may know by our patch note from Elder Scrolls Online, and yeah, so when
but today with our KtJL accent.
Yeah, but we definitely, I don't think that we really need it, maybe more Japanese, but it's just a joke. Don't try.
I have first to play the game first, then maybe I learn some Japanese, but we'll see.
Yeah, so we want to make a breakdown of this trailer, because maybe as far as you know, if you're watching my videos on my channel, don't forget to subscribe, by the way. I'm a very big Assassin's Creed fan. I've been playing all 14 games, previous games, if we account in Chronicles, China, Russia, and India, like 3 separate games. So Assassin's Creed Shadows, it's a 15th game, if we account in Chronicles as 3 separate games. So we will try to find different details, explain them, and also we will make a little lore speculation at the end of our video. So let's start. So at the beginning of the trailer you can see it's quite obvious Japan. Again, a setting that a lot of players were asking for, something like 14 years, maybe 15 years even. So I guess a lot of people were really excited because of that, because a lot of people were just asking for that. And you can see a new piece of items on our one of our characters. It's a female character, and you see she's wearing blue. She's wearing blue clothes, same way like Arno Victorian was wearing in Unity. So, by the way, who is our character? This woman. Who is she?
I believe she's a shinobi, finally. There is an assassin who's actually a shinobi, and I don't know how to pronounce her name, maybe Naoe. So let's go with Naoe. Sounds Japanese.
Yeah.
And I guess there is a second character as well, but we'll see him later.
Yeah, a little bit later, and now we see Naoe, one of our 2 playable characters, like it was, I guess a lot have been talking about that, like it was in Assassin's Creed Syndicate, when you've been playing Evie Fry and Jacob Fry, 2 descendants to grandchildren of Edward Kenway, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I guess we would have the same opportunity to swap these characters whenever we want during our play. Maybe in some missions you will be stuck with, say, with one particular character to play his particular line, but it's not like, as far as I know, it's not like it was in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, when if you choose, for example, Alexios, you need to play only Alexios till the final credits, and second character will be it's a big spoiler, but if you don't want just skip 30 seconds, second character would be your main antagonist of the game, and if you're playing Cassandra, Alexios would be the main antagonist, and you would need to fight him during the main storyline and to decide his fate. So this game will be different. You will simply just will have an opportunity to play any character whenever you want. So now you can see it's some I guess historical moments with this fight in this village. And by the way, can you please tell us which time period we are playing in Assassin's Creed Shadows?
Oh yeah, that's this 16th century. Again, Japanese names. Azuki Maya era. As far as I'm concerned, that's where the Shogun series takes place as well, or at least a similar time period. So, interesting correlation that they both launched at practically the same time.
Yeah, and by the way, a few words about this series from Hulu. By the way, it's a wonderful series, so definitely check them if you didn't. It's really nice series. Because I think a lot of people definitely will check Shogun after this game or before this game to be more in a vibe of this period of this country. Yeah. What else we can see there? We can see further. Yeah, the same village that was destroyed by, I guess, Templars, because in every game we have Templars like enemies, and except of...
Not necessarily.
Yep.
I think it could be also normal warriors, like usual wars and so on. So, but it's Assassin's Creed, so might be Templars as well. Yeah.
But in Assassin's Creed Rogue, we've been playing for the Templar character, Shay Patrick Cormac, and it's maybe someone else, because we've seen in the Assassin's Creed history, we've seen a lot of different examples when assassins turned Templars and Templars turned assassins, like it was, again, little spoiler, Elisa de la Serre from Assassin's Creed Unity, because she also was some kind of Templar during the beginning of the story. So it can be anyone, because Assassin's Creed trying to be historical, and they really succeeding in doing this, especially with Valga and other games. If you are playing especially different side quests, you can see they are really trying to do historically right, and especially their discovered sources, they are wonderful, especially in terms of history. And now we can see in the video, in the trailer, we can see the second character, and also we are reading a fictional description of Ubisoft. So can you please tell us?
Yeah, it's a historical samurai, a real life historical figure, which is interesting because they never used a historical figure as a main character before.
Yep.
So I guess they need to stick to the historical fate of that person. I don't know much about him. It's interesting that they chose a black man as a main character in Japan, but probably this is to spice things up. I guess he will receive special treatments in the streets, people reacting to him. I would expect that from a Ubisoft game. I don't expect them to insert an unusual character and then not adapt the game to that.
Yeah, like it was in Valhalla, when you are like a Nordic character, you are coming to British streets, to English streets, and people reacting to you because you are simply just too high. And so a lot of people in an open world, Valhalla's open world, they were reacting to main character in very good ways. So definitely we'll see something like that. It's a Ubisoft. I'm pretty sure they will do something like that. And what else? What else we can see in this trailer? You can see that our character Yasuke, I guess if I pronounce it correctly, he is also talking about different scenes that corrupt in Japan this time again. I guess he's talking about it's if we're talking about assassins, and now I'm pretty sure she's assassin because of her, at least at the beginning of the game, because of her clothes. I'm pretty sure they both will be assassins in the upcoming Shadows game. Previously it was called Project Red, you may know it by announced in trailer. And I guess he's talking about new Templar Order, and this time it should be not Order of the Ancients and not Cosmos Cults. It should be now Templar Order and Assassin's Order, because as far as I remember, in something like 18th or 12th century, orders were renamed to Templar Order and to Assassin's Order, and now they are named like we know them in modern times, Assassin's Order and Templar's Order. The game, by the way, will be open world like Valhalla, with a big open world, so we'll definitely visit a lot of cities and towns in the game. By the way, which towns you would, or which places in Japan you would like to visit? Maybe you have some preferences, or you're just excited to visit any place of it.
Oh my god. Like I believe historically it should be Osaka, Kyoto, those cities, I suppose, at least.
Yeah.
Tokyo probably. Some villages for sure. I think what most players are also interested in are some just villages or simply nature, because Japan's nature is fascinating by itself. Simply the ability to walk through Japan in an Assassin's Creed game would be amazing, as was in previous games. I will guess it will be featured in the next ambient videos everywhere.
Yeah, for sure. And by the way, we've missed one detail. We could see in the trailer, something like 30 seconds ago, we could see, I will even scroll to that point, that Naoya is using a grappling hook, some sort like Batman way. Yeah. And it's also a wonderful gameplay feature, because you can just traverse even much better and faster. Yeah, you can see it right now. I'm showing you. So it's a really wonderful, nice thing to have. We've got grappling hook last time in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Both characters could use it, and yeah, it's a really cool thing, because you could just simply in a few seconds reach the top of any building. It's a really nice addition to the game. Yeah, lots of games nowadays trying to implement grappling hook, but in Syndicate it was a really nice feature that allowed you to play in the parkour sandbox even the way you want, simply just the way you want it. And at the end of the video, you can see Hidden Blade. Now is using Hidden Blade, and I guess it's really fair to say that Naoya probably will be more stealth character, because she's not using any armor, she's just using her assassin's cords, and she's using her hidden blade. So I guess she will be a character for stealth, and Yasuke, I guess, will be more tanky character with two-handed weapons and a very strong armor. He will be, I guess, less prof. You will just lose a lot if you are playing him as a stealth character, I guess. So maybe some words of you on our characters.
I doubt that he will be a stealth character anytime, because after all, he's a tall black man in ancient Japan, so like not ancient, medieval probably. Like it will be difficult for him to perform any stealth actions, but he may be useful in more like in real combat. I'm not sure if we will see actual battles, but given the historical context, I believe this will be more like in Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where you were not always playing as an assassin, but also as a usual warrior.
Yeah.
Usual, maybe not the right word, but we'll definitely play for an assassin, Naoya, and then also for an actual warrior, a samurai. And thus we'll be able to see the different sides of Japan, I guess.
Yeah.
I believe there will be a system where Like you'll interact with characters differently depending on the character you're playing. Very interesting.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that there will be some other ways to be stealthy with Yasuke, like it was in Valhalla. I guess Naoe will be more, yeah, as we've been talking about, she will be more stealthy character that could just simply sneak and maybe steal some things like Basim in Mirage from other characters. But with Yasuke, playing Yasuke, I guess you will need to use some things like social stealth you're familiar with from previous games. Like, for example, paying guards to not pay attention to a crime. So maybe staying in a crowd, or maybe buying or paying, for example, musicians to distract guards. So I guess he will be also. You will have an ability. I guess you will have an ability to play stealthy with Yasuke, but you will need to do other things in a different way, like now I do it, like you're playing now. I'm pretty sure they will develop this system of social stealth because a lot of people want to play against social stealth. A lot of people love it, and I'm personally also love a
What
lot.
was the last time of this, like those features Black Flag?
Valhalla,
Where you
no.
could actually ask the musician. I haven't played Valhalla, so
Yeah, they
yeah.
put it into let me remember please, into Black Flag, I guess. And after that, I do not remember same system from Unity. It was some sort of skill in Unity. You could use this skill, but it's skill. It's on cooldown. But they put it again into the game in Valhalla and in Mirage, because Mirage gameplay wise, it's Assassin's Creed 1, just the same. It's a very nostalgic game, and so lots of Assassin's Creed 1 fans, I've been talking to a lot of people, and the reason, even Reddit and other forums, they're very excited of Mirage, and Mirage, it's very difficult to find Assassin's Creed fans that do not like Mirage, because gameplay-wise, it's the same like Assassin's Creed 1, but much bigger and much better in all the ways. And now,
Do you think it will be the same in Shadows?
no, I don't think so, because in Mirage we've got only one city, and it was more action RPG games and RPG, because what do I mean? You simply can just do 2 or 3 builds in Mirage. Yes, there are different armor, but there is no such things like glyphs or armor upgrades, except of one type of upgrading. And Valhalla was more RPG game, like for example Witcher, or previous games like Odyssey and Origins, where you can do just tons of different builds, big open world RPG with a lot of interactions. And Mirage was more action RPG game than RPG game. It was more action RPG than just pure RPG. So it's not a game oriented on build crafts, and it's more game oriented on story and stealth. And Valhalla gave you and is giving you, if you're playing it now, a lot of different opportunities to play whatever you like, whatever the way you like. And when
They're
Mirage came,
expecting a second Valhalla, basically,
yeah, I'm
but
pretty
in
sure.
Japan,
I'm pretty sure it will.
which is not bad.
Yeah,
Valhalla has a nice plot, also lots of lore about the Isu and so on.
yeah. And the last
I guess Shadows will be the same then, because it's Japan. Like they will try to squeeze out everything they can from this topic.
And by the way, yeah, it's a connected story from the first game to 15th game. By the way, Assassin's Creed Shadows, or Project Red, like it previously was called, will remind you that it's 15th Assassin's game. And yeah, a few words about main story. Like you remember, yes, there were Isu, ancient nation, and this ancient nation, as far as I remember, they created pieces of Eden to control humans, because Isu created humans. After the triad started, almost all the Isu died because of the Toba catastrophe, and some Isu survived due to seventh methods of salvation and some other methods of salvation. If you play in games, or if you've been careful with lore, you know this seventh methods of salvation, how it's working. And yes, some Isu survived, and If you remember from the last games, at first we need to remind you that it was Desmond Mile, very famous character from Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Revelations, Brotherhood, and 4. In some ways, he was in Assassin's Creed 4, and he sacrificed himself to stop the new catastrophe. And the same way he released Juno, one of the survived Isu, which mind was uploaded into ISO compute, if we are saying it in very simple words. And after that, Juna was some sort of resurrected by Ozio's first will, and French assassin Charlotte de la Cruz killed Juna. And after that, we started new storyline. And here we're coming new story, modern day story. And here we come into the place where Assassin's Creed Shadows will be, with new character Layla Hassan, who also sacrificed herself to stop new some sort of catastrophe coming to our world. And doing that, she also released one of the survived Isu with Seven's method of salvation. Basim, who was strapped to Yggdrasil machine. It's a very, by the way, I will need to make a spoiler warning in the video when I will edit it, because it's a very big spoiler, at least in timestamps. Yeah, and you understand that now we've just simply released Basim into our world, and if you've been careful with, if you've been attentive to Assassin's Creed Valhalla lore and Mirage lore, you know that Basim ibn Ishaq, if I pronounce it correctly, he is not just a simple Isu, he is an incarnation of Loki, one of the Nordic Isu, and he's planning something. He's playing something in modern days, and at the same time, when Layla Hassan used that machine, when she stopped new catastrophe, she uploaded her mind into this Isu machine, and she met Desmond Miles, because his mind also is alive into this machine, and together they're sitting there, their minds are trapped into this Isu machine, and they're calculating different variations how to stop upcoming catastrophes. And yeah, and Basim, he joined Assassins.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I forgot completely that there will be a modern storyline.
Yeah. By the way, so
treating Assassin's Creed like a history game, but yeah, they actually have a modern storyline. You're right. And we'll probably see the continuation of it.
We definitely will see, because all the 15 games, in some ways, they got the same storyline that coming from the first game to 15th game. I'm pretty sure it will come. And the most important thing is that Basim currently, or Loki, we should say, because again, spoiler warning, Eivor is Odin's incarnation, and Basim is Loki's incarnation. They were both Isu, and their DNA were transferred to human bodies. So currently Eivor and Basim, they are both half Isu, half human, and in their bodies there are two minds that fight in each other, human mind and Isu mind. And Basim, yeah, he completely he failed to fight Loki's mind, so Loki got control over Basim's body. So yeah, nowadays we've got Isu in the flesh. Yeah, he decided to join Assassins at the end of Valhalla. So nowadays we know that Basim against Assassins trying to fighting with Templars, but Basim is Isu. And his wife's Angerboda, Isu Angerboda, also trapped into this machine. So Basim told us at the end of Valhalla that he wants to reunite with his family. So we'll definitely see the continuation of the story, and we still don't know what particularly Basim or Loki wants, because he wants to reunite with his family, but in which way? How many people will die? Because he is Isu, and a lot of Isu were like Aita and Juna, who simply just sacrificed people for their own goods. So we don't know who is.
Yeah, that's another question, whether he will be a hero or an antagonist in this story.
And we definitely will see the return of Layla and Desmond, because they're not dead. Their minds are trapped into this ISU machine. And if you remember, like we've already been talking about, sometimes ISU are reborn from these digital worlds, like Juna was reborn by order of the First Will. It's some sort of extremist group from Templars, some sort of, and they try to resurrect her, but Charlotte de la Cruz sacrificed herself to stop Juna for good. And the last thing you need to know about modern day story is that when Desmond Miles, if I remember correctly, Desmond's son. When Desmond dies, we, in a few years, I guess in Syndicates, or it was comics that told us about Charlotte de la Cruz, very nice comic story between Syndicate and Origins. We also knew that Desmond's son, if I remember correctly, his name is Shan. He's not a simple person. He also Aita's incarnation. So it's also another ISO coming through our worlds among other people. So maybe we will see this clash between two ISUs. Sean, that is Aita's Juna's husband, Aita, between Aita and Loki. Who knows? We'll definitely see the continuation of this story.
And it will be somehow related to medieval Japan. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's just wait for other trailers, other explanations. I see that Ubisoft also uploaded their own explanations about the samurai shinobis and other stuff. So let's see how it evolves. And we're definitely waiting for a playthrough, some actual gameplay.
So here it is, guys. Assassin's Creed Shadows is almost here. Don't forget to click like button, subscribe our channel if you want more videos like this. If you liked this video, check our different guides, builds on Elder Scrolls Online, on Assassin's Creed series, on the Division 2, other different titles like Horizon Forbidden West or Ghost of Tsushima. Check our different playlists. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Good luck.